Hi, my name is Ian Sandstrom, and for my informative speech, I'll be covering a little bit of a touchy subject. For many years, there's been a controversy over one type of drug, a drug that can save and improve lives while also utterly destroying them and diminishing them at the same time. This drug, time and time again, has been pulled from the wrong side to the right over and over and over again. What side am I talking about? What drug am I talking about? The drug well known as marijuana or cannabis. This drug has proven to save lives in the medical field for countless occasions, but has also diminished people and even taken their lives. On one side of the country, we have people who believe that marijuana should be kept for medical use and for medical reasons only. And then on the other side of the country, we have people who believe that marijuana should be legal for recreational use and consumption for pleasure. Most of the people of America believe that it should be legal for marijuana to be used recreationally and for pleasure. The approach to this would be that the economy would boost up exponentially. It states in procon.org, in 2025, the marijuana industry in the U.S. would exceed $24 billion in revenue. This means that for every dollar spent in marijuana usage, about $2.13 to $2.40 in revenue would be generated in the economy, which benefits in tourism, foods, and a bunch of other industries. But with all this said and done, there are cons and bad things to this. With the legalization of marijuana, it would make taxpayers so much more empty pockets than the economy generated would ever do. So basically meaning that the taxpayers have to pay so much more. And on top of that, there's going to be addiction recoveries and even hospital beds for those who didn't react to the marijuana well. Things that would cost the now addicted taxpayer way too much. In the end, people are pushing marijuana legalization for just a guilty pleasure smoke when they're not really thinking about the long-term punishment. And on the other side of the country, we have people who think marijuana should be used for medical purposes and medical purposes only. Now, the approach to this is that it can improve and save many lives. This drug is used to treat cancer, Alzheimer's, and epilepsy, amongst a bunch of other diseases and stuff like that. My mother's a nurse, and when she was in the field, she would treat a little girl who had seizures about 108 to 180 times a day. And it was diagnosed that she would have to take medical marijuana. And after she took this medical marijuana, she had as little as 60 to 65 seizures a day. And that was a great decrease. On the other hand, though, there are cons to this. Medical marijuana is unstable and doesn't always work. If someone is in the really late and serious stages of a disease, it would mean that they'd have to take a greater cannabis ingestion. And that can damage their lungs, damage any other part of their body that they're trying to treat, and it can always cause addiction, which is the worst type. So it's really yin and yang, not all is great and not all is bad. So to wrap it all up, marijuana is a drug that has saved countless lives and improved many lives over the course of many years. But at the same time, it is also diminished and ended people's lives time and time again. Marijuana has divided the country into an argument that has two sides. The side that would believe that marijuana should be used for medical purposes and medical purposes only, and the other side that says that marijuana should be legal for recreational use and pleasure. So to end it all off, I ask you, the viewer, to pick a side. What side are you on in this crucial debate? As I begin, or you begin, I don't know, as I begin my adulthood and leave childish things behind, I ask you and myself to make a decision and thoroughly and responsibly. With all that said, thank you.